way you communicate is either making you money or costing you money. And the problem is that most women have absolutely no idea which one it is. Because to be honest, nobody taught us this. Nobody taught us this when we were growing up or in school. Nobody sat us down and said that the way you show up in a conversation, the way you carry yourself on camera, the way you speak in a room, that is going to determine more about your life than almost anything else. And to be honest, I want to change that today, because everything I am about to share with you, I had to learn the hard way myself, through building my business, through showing up on camera when I had no idea what I was doing, through watching what worked and what didn't, and obsessing over the difference. So let me park and let's get into this. The first thing that you need to understand is that people feel you before they hear you. Before you even say a single word, people have already made a decision about you. It happens in milliseconds, trust me. Your energy, your body language, how still or how nervous you are, all of it lands before your message even does. So when you walk into a room feeling anxious, the people in that room start to feel anxious as well. But if you walk in a room grounded and you're calm, they will mirror back that energy to you. And this is why we see the most powerful people in any room, they're almost never the loudest. They're always the most calm and the stillest person. They don't fight for attention. They just exist with such certainty that the room naturally comes to them. And I had to learn this on camera. Now, when I look back at my early videos, I can look back and I literally see the nervousness through the screen. I'm talking too fast, I'm moving too much, and trust me, people could feel it as well. But the moment I look back and I analyze myself and I started slowing down, it changed everything. It literally changed my content, because people that are calm, they signal security. So trust me, before you show up anywhere, on camera, in a meeting, in a pitch, you need to slow down first. Regulate your nervous system, because the room will always follow the most grounded person in it. So make sure that you are always the most calmest person in any room. Second part, stop over-explaining. This one is so important, and so many women do this. I did this for years. The most intelligent people in the room, they always say the least. And trust me, when you over-explain yourself, you don't sound more knowledgeable, you don't sound more educated, you just sound more unsure. And the moment people sense a little bit of uncertainty, they will just log off and stop listening. And trust me, you do not need to say the same thing 6 different ways for people to understand. You don't need to justify your opinion before you give it. You don't need to keep talking until you get the reaction that you were hoping for. You just need to say your message once and then you stop. Let silence work for you. Because I used to do masterclasses, like online masterclasses before, and then it was always recorded. And when I watched myself back, I realized that I'm just talking so much in circles. Not because I had a lot to say, because honestly, I was nervous. And the people that were watching me, they could feel it too. They could feel that I was not so sure of myself. So they stopped being sure of me as well. Authority is not loud. Authority is felt when you speak like you expect to be heard. You just say your message once and you expect people to understand it the first time you say it. Okay, now my favorite part. You guys know that I love simplicity. Simple is powerful. Complicated is actually very insecure. Women especially feel this pressure to prove themselves, to sound impressive, to sound smart, to use big words so that people can take them seriously. But here's what actually happens in my experience. When you use complicated language, people will just trust you less, because simplicity actually signals that you understand something so deeply that you can simplify it and explain it to anyone. Complexity signals that you are hiding behind language because you're not fully sure about what you're saying. And the most powerful communicators in the world, they speak always in one-liners, very short, very clear. Like, it is impossible to misunderstand them, and that's how someone becomes a powerful speaker. And if you can explain something so simply and so clearly that people repeat it back to you, now you know that you are owning the conversation. You own their mind because they are literally spreading your words for you. And this actually changed for me in my content as well. When I simplified my own content, my hooks, what I'm saying, how I'm delivering a message, that's when I started to go more viral. Because the more you script your content, the more you use ChatGPT, the more you use complex word, you almost create a wall and a barrier between you and your audience. And the funny thing is that we think if we talk in a smart way, we will sound smart, but we just sound stupid when we are trying to use big words. A good leader, a good communicator is someone that can explain anything, a complex topic to a 5-year-old and they would understand. Your first sentence is everything. Nobody remembers the middle of what you said. They will remember how you started the conversation because our brain is wired for novelty. It is constantly scanning for something unexpected to happen, something that will break the pattern. And the moment our brain finds it, we lock in and we concentrate. This is why your hook matters more than your content. This is why the first 3 seconds of your reel will determine whether anyone watches the next 30. They actually did the research and they said that the human brain can only lock in and focus for the first 6 seconds. This is why we literally see the algorithm of Instagram and TikTok working around the human brain, because this is how short people's attention span is nowadays. And this goes beyond content. Every time you want to pitch, every time you want to start a sales conversation, you need to start with the hook. Stop starting with context. Stop starting with the background info. Stop starting with, today I want to talk about. Start with something bold, something unexpected, something that makes the person in front of you think, wait, what did she just say? And again, I'm not just talking about content. I'm talking about every conversation that you will have, every room you will walk into, every pitch that you will make. The way you open determines what is possible after that. And now comes my favorite part. Stop asking for permission to take up space. This is the one that lives deepest in us women, and it honestly does the most damage because we have been taught to shrink before we even begin. We say, I might be wrong, but, or this is just my opinion. It's like we have to qualify everything before we say it. It's like we are apologizing in advance for having a thought. And to be honest, that just communicates to everyone around you that before you even have made your point is you don't fully believe in yourself. And one thing that I've learned about leadership, it is not something that someone gives you. You do not wait to become a leader. You do not wait to be appointed. You do not wait for someone to come and say, okay, Hona, now you are the expert in this room. Now you show us the way. You just start showing up like the most certain person in the room. Because here's what I know about leadership and certainty. It is the most magnetic quality that a woman can have. Not perfection, not credentials, not your degree, not years of experience. Certainty and the quality of a good leadership. Because the moment that I stopped for someone to come and validate me, I started showing up as the expert. My whole life literally changed. My audience felt it, my business felt it, people around me felt it. Everything shifted because trust me, you don't need permission. You need to decide for yourself that you are the expert, you are the leader, and you are going to lead people. And at the end of the day, this is how the human brain works. We actually want to be led. We feel safe around leader because we know that there is someone managing everything, whether that is your community, whether that is your business, whether that is your team. People like to be led, so make sure that you show up as the leader. This one is a big one. Tell stories, not information. Because people remember stories 22 times more than information. 22 times. So every time that you try to convince someone with data, with numbers, with logic, with a well-structured argument, you are just working against how the human brain actually works. The brain does not remember facts. It just remembers how something felt for them. So make people feel something. Walk them through what happened to you. Put them inside the experience. Be good at storytelling. Let them live it with you instead of just hearing it from you. Every piece of content that I have made that genuinely moved people and that got viral and that made me a lot of money was always a good storytelling. A story that made someone watching feeling like I was describing their own life. And that is what connection actually is. And connection is what turns an audience into a community and a community into an income. So stop trying to educate people, to inform people. Start trying to make them feel something. Just think about every time you went to an event and you were listening to a speaker for 30 minutes. You will not even remember all the words that they said or all the information that they shared. You will remember how they made you feel. If they left you empowered, inspired, that is what you're going to leave the event with. So trust me, when you're trying to make an impact of people, whether that's online or offline, start with storytelling. Start with your energy. Start being human, because that is what's going to create the emotional connection with your audience, whether that's online or offline. Speak in sprints. After about 10 seconds of uninterrupted talking, people will start to drift. Their mind wanders. They are still looking at you, but they are no longer with you. And most women, we are known for this. We overtalk, not because they have too much to say, but because they are nervous, because they have been taught that silence means that something is wrong or it's awkward. But trust me, it is the opposite. Short sentences, pause, let your words land, and then continue. The pause is not you being awkward. The pause is actually power. It gives people time to process what you just said. It signals that you are not desperate for their attention, and it will make every word that you said that comes after it land even harder. And I want you to try this on camera. Try it on a sales call. Try it in an argument. Record yourself and watch what happens when you say one true thing and then you go completely silent. The person in front of you will lean in every single time you're going to say something, because silence is actually the one thing most people are uncomfortable to use. And the woman that is comfortable with silence is actually the woman that controls the whole room. Okay, so here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Nobody taught us how to communicate, and that gap is costing women more than they know. Not just in business, in every room that they will walk into, every conversation that they will have, every piece of content that they will create. Communication is not a personality trait. It is not something that you are born with. Luckily, it is actually a skill. And like every skill, it is built through repetition, through awareness, through deciding that how you show up actually matters. The woman who mastered this does not just sound better, she will earn more money, she will lead more in her life and in her business. She commands rooms that she was never supposed to be in. That's how you're gonna win differently. So if you're in a journey right now where you are working on yourself, you're skill stacking, you are working on yourself, and you want me to tell you communication skill, where that comes in the top 5 skills that you can stack for yourself to become a better woman, I would honestly say that communication is the number 1, because it is going to determine a lot of things in your life, whether we want it or not. So make sure that you take away at least 1 or 2 key takeaways from this video. Let me know in the comment what landed with you the most, what resonated with you the most. So make sure to save this video and come back to it before you're going to give a pitch, before a sales call, before you're doing a masterclass, before you're going to walk into an interview. Whatever it is where it requires you to have a good communication, make sure to come back to this video. And I hope you got value from this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, because more is about to come. And if you're a woman in 2026, I really hope that you're taking the time to actually stack those skills: communication, branding, sales, and marketing. I'll see you in the next one.